Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about the two Degrassi suicides that happened. One happened in Degrassi High and the second one happened in Degrassi Next Generation. But today we're going to be mainly focused on the one that happened in Degrassi High because that's the one that's fresh in my mind right now, and that's the one that I just watched. Now, this episode is a 52-minute special. It's like two episodes in one, basically, kind of, where there's this guy called Claude, and he is upset, because his parents were divorced, and he's just going through a rough patch, and his father, he hates his father hates him, or it's just like a really bad relationship there, and I don't think his relationship with his mom is that good either, but I think he's staying with her, but he's just going through such a hard time right now. He's always depressed, and his friends always try to get him to talk about it, but he wouldn't talk about it because he just didn't feel like he was supposed to open up to anyone. He just kept all that depression to himself. He kept all that sadness to himself. He kept everything to himself, locked in. And I think he's crying out for help in a way because of his actions, but nobody really realized what was going on, because at times he would get so angry. And there was this time when they were auditioning for a talent competition, and he came with this very sad poem about death, and everybody was just like, one or two persons were laughing, but his friend told him that she liked the play, the poem, but he said he just wasn't ready to hear what she had to say, and she kept asking him to talk about what's wrong, and if he needs somebody to talk to, but he was just closed up. He didn't want to talk, and I think the signs were so bold and clear because even he had this ex-girlfriend, and they broke up a very long time ago, but he has been actually trying to get her back and telling her sorry, but she just wouldn't talk to him. And different from that, he just had a lot of problems in his life, and he's always depressed, and he shows it with anger, like the time that he did the poem that I was just talking about, and he said that they're not going to use it for a talent show, and he was very upset. He got angry and said that this whole thing was stupid. He was just behaving extra. He was just doing things out of proportion. And I'm really surprised because nobody really realized what was going on there. They just thought it was crazy. They just thought, where did this boy come from? They didn't really think much of it. But these signs are sometimes so clear, bold, right in front of your eyes, and you're not even seeing it. Sometimes they will have some mood swings, and you wonder what's wrong with them. Sometimes you see them in such a depressed state, or very sad, or don't talk to people like they used to, or they would just get angry so easily, and you're wondering what's wrong with them. And then sometimes people even know that they're going through a rough patch. For example, with Claude, his parents were going through a divorce, and that just added to his whole depression thing. And I think one point he said to someone that you don't know what it's like to be me. I thought that was just so sad because he was just going through so much pain and being depressed all the time. It just got to him. And I was saying, if you know someone that has these mood swings, and not necessarily even mood swings, but just something's just off about them, whatever it is, I know it's going to be hard because not everybody wants to get help. It's not easy to help and when they kill themselves, they'll say, what can I have done to help you? What can I have done to save you? I should have talked to him. I should have tried to get help for him. But then if I was in the situation, I would have actually done everything to realize that, okay, this person really is going through a rough patch. And I would have tried everything, but it probably still wouldn't have worked, because they have to want the help for you to give it to them. But then I believe that you should show them that help is there, because there are times when they feel like they don't need to talk to anybody, but once you come to them and show them that, okay, here's help, I can help you. There are times when they do take that help and they get better, and you feel great because you helped somebody. You basically stop them from ever committing suicide. You help them. You know, help them get through their patch and move on with their lives. But there are also some who does not want the help. They just want to be depressed. They just want to be lonely. They just want to do things their way. And they take suicide as a solution to a problem when there's no way you can reverse it. There's no way you can reverse suicide. It's just the last thing. It's it. You can't come back from that. Once you do that, you're gone. You cannot come back and change anything. They feel like, oh, I don't have a purpose here anymore. Why should I live? Why should I live with this pain? Why should I live with this depression? Why should I live with this sadness? Everything. Because it's overwhelming to them. But what I'm saying here is, this episode really got me sad. You know, because I'm a person that gets depressed a lot. But I try to do things to make myself happy and try and get myself out of that state, because I never want to be the person who thinks about suicide. I never want to be that person. I try so hard because I don't want to think about suicide. I don't think I ever really had, you know, at least not on a serious level, because I would never want to kill myself. But I'm a person who gets depressed. And I know there are a lot of people out there who gets depressed a lot too, and some of them are people who actually think about suicide. But I'm just saying that this whole thing is just, it's really hard. And then there's this other thing, this other guy from Degrassi Next Generation. His name was Campbell Saunders. He was going through a rough patch in his life too. He was far away from home. He didn't really get to see his family anymore, and he was just having a hard time in school. The boys were giving him a hard time about, you know, they just picked on him a lot. And then I think some of them were even jealous of him because he was such a great hockey player, and he could have been like, he could be a pro in the future. They would just say like, man, get your head in the game, because he was getting depressed at one point. He wasn't playing so good, so he said, man, get your head in the game. And his girlfriend, okay, there wasn't necessarily a pop out. I don't know if it was going on with him and Maya, but then I think they sorted out, and then this guy Zig, who was also interested in Maya, so I think he said something to him like he doesn't matter or something like that. He just said some really bad things to him also that really triggered him. Also, he was crying while he was telling him all these things like, you don't matter, or I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said some really rough things. And then all that bad treatment from the team also got to him. And tough love works with some people, but not everybody, because then you see them cry and they, you know, they break down and all these things, and you're thinking, oh, it's gonna help because they're gonna get past this. But then we're not all thick-skinned. Some of us have thin skin, trust me, you know, and tough love doesn't work with everybody. And that just made his depression worse, and he killed himself, you know. And how I even know about Claude's death, suicide in Degrassi High, was when I watched Degrassi Next Generation, and the principal, who was, you know, who was Snake, I can't remember his real name right now, said that he actually found the kid that killed himself back when he was in high school. And so I know that Degrassi had more than one suicide in the franchise. So yeah, I was just here to just a little synopsis of the other kid that was Degrassi. But just think about what I just said. This at the time right now. But just try your best to help. But also remember that because it's really not your fault. They can make their own decisions. They can. And just also remember that there's no right way to react to to suicide. Some people are going to be angry. Some people are going to be sad. It's just no right way, because like somebody killed themselves. Some people are going to be angry, like, why did he do that? Why didn't he get help? And some people are going to be like, oh, well, he's my friend and I love him and he killed himself and I'm crying. You know, they're just mixed reactions all over. And that's just how it is for suicide, you know. I don't usually do things like, I do things like this on my channel because I put up just 1 or 2 sad videos. This is just one more to add to them. I'm trying not to do too many of these videos, I promise, but, you know, it just hit me, man. I was just watching this episode of Degrassi, and I remembered Campbell Saunders as well, and then Claude, and it's not Claude, it's Claude, I think it is. It really got to me, because I cried when both suicides happened. Like, that was my reaction to it. Some people might have been angry, and I could totally understand that as well. But just remember it all. Just remember all of what I said. I'm gonna finish now, but you know, if you stay to the end, thank you so much for watching or listening to what I'm saying.
I'm really sorry about your parents, man.
Hey, lots of people get divorced.
So I guess you're gonna stay with your mom,
Her boyfriend can't stand me.
eh? But you can't stay with your dad.
Listen, I know that you're just trying to be nice, but I'm fine. I've really gotta go.
Are you sure you're okay? Do you want to talk? I'm your friend. I'll listen.
Joanne, you don't know what it's like when everything... You don't know what it's like to be me. So don't bother. Don't worry. I won't bother you anymore.
Good.
I just came to say goodbye.
Why? Where are you going?
Autumn leaves, dying leaves, season of death. When winds grow cold, thoughts of death creep in as I sleep. I dream I'm in a coffin, soothing, black, and warm.
Explain to my mom and my bill about why I got suspended. Can you lay off?
No, actually, I can't. What the hell were you thinking?
You wanted to relax.
This isn't about spirit week, you idiot. You just got back on the ice. What if you would have hurt yourself? You put the entire season in jeopardy. We may be done, Cam.
Would that be so bad? I'd have more time to spend with Maya.
Stop being so selfish. Hockey is more important than your stupid junior high drama.
Dallas, I don't...
You don't what?
I don't want to play.
you're already in the NHL doesn't mean the rest of us aren't fighting to get drafted. The whole team is counting on you, Cam. You! Get your head on, man. And stop crying where everyone can see you. It's embarrassing.
What's wrong?
Everything. No, I thought this semester was gonna be better, but I already messed it all up.
Well, classes just started. You still have time to catch up.
No, it's not school. Well, at least not yet. I'm tired. I just wish I could go to sleep and never wake up.
Well, everybody has bad days.
Yeah, but all my days are bad.
Eli?
Don't look! Just go find a teacher and call 911, okay? Go. Claire, now!
Campbell Saunders is dead.
Why did Campbell kill himself? I don't get it.
He was obviously depressed.
Why didn't he reach out for help?
Maybe he felt like he couldn't. He was under a lot of pressure.
School, too.
Does anyone know if he was getting bullied?
I guess we'll never know. Dallas? It's gonna be okay.
What? It's gonna be okay?
I don't know what to say.
Say it's our fault. Say we failed him. You and me.
Me?
You knew we had problems. He was crying. He was upset. Why didn't you do something? You should have done something. You did nothing.